Can answer
most
him again.
of the mornings. So. But how did you first start? Like, when did you first start playing music, writing lyrics?
I always wrote lyrics. My mom always told me that I need a melody before lyrics because she's a wonderful pianist. And she used to play all the time in the house because we had a piano in the house for only a year at this one house that we had. We got it for $50 because this lady was about to throw it out. And the only problem was that it was filled with moths. So when she opened the top, all these white moths came out, and it was really neat, but like it was gross because we had to get them all out of the house. Mm-hmm. And but just a little bit of cleaning up and tuning, and everything was fine. And she'd play every once in a while, and like it'd be beautiful. And like she wrote a song for my dad, and they didn't have the same room together. They had separate rooms, but for some reason, every once in a while, she'd play us the song for him, and he would start crying. And but they hardly really talk to each other. Mm-hmm. But I always asked her to teach me, but she said that she wasn't the teaching type, that she'd get really frustrated, And so I would tap at it when I could, and I'd make songs that like I'd forget the next day, but I'd always have like lyrics and things. And I met a friend after a couple moves. I think that one of my most favorite songs would have to be Rebel's Bolero. I saw it on a Disney cartoon, and they had like these videos for children, and it was one of the older cartoons. It was made in about like, I think the 1960s, and they had like an orange type of like Sierra scene, and they had like a very weird like shaking type of like back and forth with the same type of rhythm of the song, and they had these little monsters or whatever that would step with the music and seem to be walking towards the screen, and like as how like the whole song grows, well, more and more like monsters started to follow that one little monster. It was like a whole parade at the end, and like I remember that, and I remember watching like that movie 10. And like the combination of that and like always hearing that song, I really fell in love with that. But one day I will find that cartoon because I remember it very vaguely, but it was excellent, and that was an influence. And my mom always played Rachmaninoff. She loved all the songs from Somewhere in Time, and right now I love Joy Division, and I love Tori Amos. Even like she's grown to like she's like, I don't know, everywhere I look now she's like she's not exactly like a pop type of person where like you can just get sick of it, but it's really beautiful how she's like incorporating these interesting like her own style of like clothing in her music, and she is kind of getting a little more pop with the songs, especially with the band and everything. But somehow, like from all her CDs before, I still really love her, and she's definitely an influence.
What CDs are you listening to right now?
I love the Depeche Mode double CD, and Joy Division Substance, and the best of Christian Death. And that's what I'm listening to right now. So that's what's in my 3 CD disc changer as we speak. Oh, and Wesley Willis.
Okay. I have a friend who swears, she's from Chicago, and she swears that he stalked her when she lived there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He never wrote a song about me, but I know he was stalking me. Everywhere I turned, he would like be there and like watching me.
My friends can't get enough of it. They were so upset when I couldn't find the tape. Oh my god. Just the tape and like the cover, because my friend Paul's on the cover like with his arm around him and they're both smiling. and Wesley Willis has a bruise on his forehead because he always headbutts people instead of like shaking their hands or anything. I think that's so funny. They just can't get enough of him. Every time somebody comes over, like, or I go to a party from then on after they heard that, they always want to hear Wesley Willis. The soothing sounds of Wesley Willis.
Indeed. How would you describe your music to someone who's not heard it?
I've always had trouble with this, and I don't know. It's I don't know what kind of genre is like between. I don't know. There's some type of like feeling within the female vocalists who have kind of their own style and category, kind of like, they're not even in the same genre except for like pop rock or whatever, but like Portishead and like Tori Amos and the vocalists, you know, that are like that. I don't know exactly how I would fit in there and say what I am. It's not like new age or anything, but I guess it's like, I guess it's like dark dream pop, but it's like, I don't know really how to describe it.
When do you write? Is there a particular time you like to write lyrics, or?
I always write stuff down, and like I daydream a lot, and when something comes up, like that seems very poetic, that I'm just like sitting in the car and looking out the window and thinking, like repeat it so I can remember, you know, to write it down. Like I forgot to write something down the other day, but I was like, I couldn't help but to think about like how when you roll down your window a little bit, the sound that it makes when the air is being sucked out.
Right.
Sounds like a fire, and the way like the air gets sucked into a fire, and it sounded like a conflagration, like a huge one, a million miles away. And I don't know, and I was thinking about that, I was like, wow. But I wanted to write that down, but I wouldn't know how to like mix it with like a song or anything, but I thought that was really pretty. And every time like I have a thought like that, I try to write it down. I used to carry a little notebook with me, because I read a biography on Jim Morrison, and he always had a notebook with him all the time, and he always like took down quotes and everything, and I was like, wow, that's a really good idea. So I got a little pocket memo, and but I stopped using it. I guess I just got tired of like writing everything down like that. Everybody says that I think it's like interesting, and it's, I don't know, so many things to bring with you in a day. It's like you're trying to survive, you know, like you bring a survival pack with you, you know, you have your makeup, you have this and that, and money, and your pockets are full, you have another bag with you, and I don't know, I'm starting to like let go of the whole survival pack thing for the day. I really wish, like, because like the more things I forget everywhere else or worry about. But yeah, I should bring a pocket memo. That's, I don't know, maybe I can get one that can fit into my wallet or something.
Yeah, they do have like really tiny ones.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on the record?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
Let's see. I really like The Deep End, but I also, I don't know. I think it's Grey City. But Porcelain Key's always going to be like the home base type of song for me. That's always going to be there. Just like, I don't know, very consistent throughout. And it's just always going to be like my true love. And I guess Grey City's just my mistress for now, you know, type of thing. So for that album, I guess Grey City. It's definitely it.
Now, did you record the new record yet, or?
The new one? It's in the process of.
Okay.
There's so much material that I've come up with that I don't know what to do first, and but I am getting things. And when it comes together, it's going to be much more of a different sound, much more, I guess, darker in color, with all the songs and much more slower. Because things always change, and every time you can like tell where things are going. Like I mean, for me, I can tell where things are going from like when I wrote a song down in South Jersey, like they were choppy and fast and they were angry, and then I moved up here and like it was winter and like I'm in love, and they're very slow and sleepy and kind of, I don't know, that they're like totally amorous towards everything, but kind of lonesome in a way that I don't understand why I'd be lonely with somebody that I love, you know, but it's something that's not very personal, but I don't know, it's still there. So, I don't know, that's what, I guess, the feeling of the CD that's coming along so far. I'm sure things will get happy in spring, and the music will like become light and airy again. Yeah.
Do you have any plans of touring outside of the New York, New Jersey metro area?
I'd love to eventually, especially in Europe. I would love to go to France. I don't know, I've had like an obsession with France lately. I'm gonna speak French. I don't know why. Like I got this notion like a week or two ago, and I was like, wow, it's so pretty. Just I don't know, everything about it. And maybe it's because like I watched Lust for Life, like about Vincent van Gogh, and that was really pretty. No, I don't know, fell in love with France. And but yes, I would love to tour. There's a lot of cities I'd like to see. Love to visit Baltimore, because like there's a lot about that. It has a very, like a lot of character to that town, and yeah, a lot of places I can go. Just Germany too, because like my family's from Germany. Be nice.
Who's one artist that you would like to work with someday, collaborate with? Is there anyone?
I would think it'd be very interesting for like Trent Reznor not to like add any different type of melody or anything, but his ways of percussion I think are interesting, that are very light, and if he did it a little more light and distant, because they're very interesting. That'd be nice if like he mixed one of my songs. I wouldn't know really who else that I can. I don't know, I'd have to hang out with the person for a while. Bond. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to do like a duet with Barry White.
Yeah.
That's Laurie's dream. That I do a duet with Barry White. My mom would be very, very pleased too.
Yeah.
She's a big Barry White fan. It's so funny. She was like, I remember her getting like this CD, and she's like, I haven't heard this in such a long time, and like, oh god, just coming home from school, and she's just like cleaning, she's like, can't get enough of your love, baby. It's so funny. It's like, it makes you happy, especially like when he's just like, he has like all those innuendos in the songs and stuff, and it's just, I don't know, that'd be really interesting.
He's very popular with the ladies. What's the biggest compliment that you've ever received?
Biggest compliment. Ooh. I really have to think about that. Biggest compliment. That, I don't know. Someone said to me that they didn't know what to do with the rest of their life until they met me.
Oh.
But that's the only thing I can really think about right now. It's like that. But otherwise, I really don't know.
Okay. Britney Spears, the Backstreet Boys, and Limp Bizkit are in a sinking boat, and you have to save one.
Oh god.
Who do you save?
Oh man. Well, Britney Spears will float. I guess. Man. I'll save the bassist of Limp Bizkit. I'll take him ashore and convert him, teach him new ways.
Okay.
That's not...
What's the lamest excuse you've ever given to break up with a guy?
The lamest excuse. I actually wanted to move, and I just said that it was a choice between like living with my mom and my dad, and I was like, it wasn't going to be very hard to move, and I just didn't really want to be with the guy anymore anyway, so I was just like, I can't go out with you anymore because I gotta move, and like that's it, that's all I said, and I never talked to the guy again.
That's pretty harsh. Are you afraid of the dark?
No, not at all. I love like never having any light in a room to go to sleep, and except for the TV light, that's like the best light like to have in a room like while you're going to sleep, and without it's still fine. No, I absolutely love the night, and it's really beautiful, but no, not scared of the dark.
In high school, you'd be most likely, you'd be voted most likely to...
most likely to become an artist, because I'm most known in that school for artwork. And the kids know about the music, but they don't know too much because I don't flaunt it at all or try to like get them to like unless people are in the art room or something, then I'll bring a CD and like we'll like do work, and listen. But otherwise, the kids there are so transparent, and they all look like they're from Old Navy commercials. Actually, no, the biggest thing right now is Abercrombie and Fitch. And it's really gross to see it like everywhere you look, and every boy's wearing like, if you walk down the hallway, 3 boys and at one time will be wearing the same thing. You'll see it. And it's kind of hard, and I wouldn't know who to talk to unless someone came up to me and asked me. So there's not much I can really do and tell them about the music. But I'd be voted, most likely to become an artist out of anything.
What's the last book that you read?
I'm actually in the process of I'm almost done now, of Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut. It's pretty funny. It's a really good book.
Cool. And where do you work now?
Burger King.
Burger King?
Mm-hmm.
What's the worst thing about working with Burger King?
People that bring their anger to the restaurant and they use it against the employees. Like, they'll bring it as if, they got into a fight with their husband and they're just aggravated at their kids. And these Sparta moms would come in and just throw it at us. We'll try to be nice and be like, yeah, blah, blah. They're like, you screwed up. No. Things like that. They'll say you'd be appalled if it was an a older adult that would get more respect. But since we're kids, it really seems like they're taking their anger out on us. They bring it to the restaurant. And they're like, well, since you screwed up, can I have a barbecue sauce, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, sure. It's thanks. I'm like, all right, fine. It's no big deal. I don't understand. It's just food. And people get so angry. And I don't know. Well, you'll get somebody once in a while anywhere like that, I'm sure. But it's just funny. They come to a place where they're paying for service. And I guess they're paying so they can abuse you too.
You must be excited about the Backstreet Boys promotion that they're going to be doing. Do you know about it?
No.
I think it starts in September, and they're you can buy advanced Backstreet Boys music from Burger King and a Backstreet Boys video.
Oh my god, I did not know about
Yeah.
that. That's just as great as the Pokemon games.
I have one of those Pokeballs, the ones they recalled.
Oh, yeah, I brought one for Lori. It's okay. I have
Yes,
to...
that's mine. I use it to pull down the blinds. I think if you return it, do you get something?
No,
Oh, no,
No, you have to send it to the company, I think.
Oh, okay.
But they have all the signs, like they have hundreds of signs that I'm gonna get from them about like to return the ball, you know, and like the dangers of it. Gotta get some signs for Lori. She'll find it very amusing.
So what are you gonna do for Valentine's Day now? Are you celebrating tonight?
No. We're gonna do that Monday, and we're just gonna go to dinner and a movie with like, we're double dating, like best friends and best friends kind of type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm not exactly best friends with the other girl. We're like just pretty good friends.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just dinner and a movie. That's
What
about
movie
it.
is it?
I don't know yet. I don't even know any movies that are out. I hardly watch TV. And I use it as a nightlight. So I don't know. I don't even. Magnolia sounds pretty, but I don't even know what it's really about.
It's 3 hours too.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, every movie that I wanted to see lately has been like over like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to see The Messenger, and then I wanted to go see Green Mile, but that was like I didn't feel like sitting for like 3 hours. And now Magnolia is like 3 hours. What is that about anyway?
I don't know. I think it's like a whole bunch of different stories or something. And it's, I have the soundtrack, which is really good. It's super good.
Oh really? Who's on the soundtrack?
It's Amy Mann. It's basically all her tracks. It's really good. And I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Pretty much so. Except the future question, like where do you see yourself in 5 years? Everybody hates that question.
5 years. I guess I'd be touring by then, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to get my foot in the door somehow with art. I might be still I might be out of college by now, in college, but I really want to do something with art too. And even if I just become an art teacher, that's fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
But I would always, I'm going to keep driving at that music career. I'm not very aggressive with it, but I have it, and all I can do is keep it. And that's like definitely my love. But artists too.
Very cool. It's very good. Oh, he's making me nervous.